Well, schools across Kentucky are hoping state lawmakers can get districts more funding in the next budget.
WDRB's Dalton Godby tells us why Bullitt County Schools is just one of many districts asking the state for help.
For Bullitt County and many other districts across the state, funding would need to increase by more than $1,000 per student to get back on track. As school districts in Kentucky reach the halfway point in the school year, many districts are pleading with the state for more money.
If we don't have additional help in state funding, then we're not going to be able to meet the needs that we have currently in our district.
In Bullitt County, the money for teacher pay, transportation, food services, and facilities is tight. Bullitt County Schools says that districts across the state have seen a valuable decline in funding for 15 years.
We've really seen a decline in available funding since 2008. Not necessarily in actual dollars allocated to us, but in the buying power that we have with that money.
According to district leaders, Bullitt County Public Schools has $22 million less in buying power than it did in 2008.
We've seen little small increases in per pupil-based funding over the course of the last 15 years, but nowhere near what's been able to keep up with inflation. And so for us to get back to that same purchasing power we had in 2008, we're about $1,800 per student short in state funding in accomplishing that.
However, earlier this year, the same district completed a $20 million upgrade for new football fields, press boxes, video boards, and expanded bleachers at all three high schools. But that state funding can't be used for anything else.
There's some changes recently in the legislature that allowed us to do some of these projects that we haven't been able to do in the past. Unfortunately for us, we can't utilize that money for operational costs.
State lawmakers will decide on operational funding for schools in January, and Bullitt County is just one of several districts urging the legislature to help get back on track.
All of those things that I think all of us want as a community, we could do that if we simply had the same purchasing power that we had back in 2008.
With photojournalist Josh Horton, Dalton Godby, WDRB News.